So what's the secret to winning more games in Rocket League? Mechanics? Game sense? Playing the game more? Not quite. Hey, I'm Jack, your friendly neighborhood Rocket League player cruising the fields of OCE. In today's video, I'm going to share one of my secrets to winning more games in Rocket League. Let's get into it. It's no secret that the key to ranking up in Rocket League is to win more. You hear it all the time in TikTok and YouTube videos on the ways to improve, what mechanics to focus on at particular ranks, why the Fennec is a superior car, you name it, it's out there. Well, I'm here to add my 2 cents on what I believe the secret to winning more games is. And that, my friends, is patience. I know, it's nothing groundbreaking or new, but in today's world, what is new? I'll continue on this video sharing my thoughts as to why I think this is the secret to winning, and go on to highlight the importance with your decision making, controlling the game, and most importantly, your mindset. So why patience, Jack? Well, I'm sure from time to time you've had that experience where you've got the ball and are getting ready to set up for a play, only to have your teammate suddenly decide they can land a better shot, or even see you as a little golf tee ready to smack the ball away. It's no surprise there are some Rocketeers who may benefit from a little more patience. Don't get me wrong, I know I suffer from being impatient all the time too. By having patience, it allows you to assess the current situation in a play before making a decision and either committing to an offensive or defensive play. From moving your joystick to turn left or choosing to leave the play to replenish your boost, we make many decisions during a game of Rocket League. But similar to Game Sense, you can't hop into free play or a custom training pack to practice patience. So now I'm going to go into how patience is a foundation to different components of gameplay that can help you achieve more wins. Patience gives you time to interpret the current state of the game before you make a decision. I can't count the amount of times I've been scored on and suddenly replay the series of events that led to the goal in my head, knowing what I should have done to stop that. Usually, it's a result of not being patient and rushing into a decision. No matter where you are positioned on the field, you are required to make a decision to challenge the ball, to pass it, or even shoot it. The key factor to patience is knowing when the right time to make the decision is, because as we all know, the decisions we make impact the outcome of a play. I'm now going to show you 2 plays where I haven't been patient in my decision making, and another 2 plays where I have been patient in my decision making. So with this play, while my recovery in front of goal wasn't the best, I was being as close as possible to the ball and waited for the right moment to flick just over my opponent to get it in for an easy goal. And with this upcoming passing play, realised that I had control of the ball, so used my patience to get the perfect pass off to my teammate to score. So with this play, I noticed my teammate pushed up quite closely and was beaten, so I tried to go for a backboard cover to cover the backboard pass, however jumped too early, allowing for an open net. And in this situation, made the poor decision in not challenging early enough to challenge and contest the ball. Here's what you need to remember when it comes to patience in your decision making. Take time to assess the current state of the play before making a decision. Gauge your position on the field for a moment before making the decision. And if your teammate is ultra aggressive, be patient and see what they are trying to achieve in the play and how you can support them. As I always say, the player with the ball has control of the game. Though too many times I see players rushing into a play and ultimately giving away possession when there was a genuine opportunity to score. Patience allows you to know when you can take control of the game and set the tone for the next play. The position of your opponents is a cue for patient players to utilise and assess the current state of the play. If an opponent has their car driving away from you, it's a cue that you have more space to set up your next play. Taking control of the game requires a player to be aware of what's happening, but in order to do so, a player must be patient enough to be aware of what's going on around the field. Spare a thought for those ball chasers who are only aware of one thing. This big fella. You need to play slow to play fast. By taking those extra seconds to assess the current play, where everyone is positioned on the field, and if you have full control of the ball, it allows you to pick up the pace of the play and launch your attack. But more importantly, we only have so much boost that we can use to make our plays, unless lucky enough to pick up more during it. Here's what to remember when it comes to controlling the game with patience. The player with the ball has control of the game. Use the position of your opponents as a cue to assess the current play before making a decision. Play slow to play fast. Remember, your boost tank is limited, so assess before you engage. Mindset pairs well with patience. A patient mindset is a powerful weapon to help you avoid getting frustrated, tilted, or making a poor decision out there on the field. One of the biggest weaknesses in the Rocket League community is impatience and the sudden need for instant gratification, usually see ball hit ball as soon as possible. You get me? Sweet. It's also no doubt that us sweatlords know how competitive this little car soccer game gets too. Patience allows you to still take in information during a game while remaining focused and confident as you grind your way through it. Essentially, patience is like the little buddy that allows you to maintain self-control in a game, because we all know how tempting it is to just whack this thing around for hours hours on end. And to finish, here's what to remember when it comes to a patient mindset. A patient mindset allows you to maintain self-control. A patient mindset can help avoid playing on autopilot. Self-control is not deciding to ball chase. So there we have it, a short, juicy video on why patience can be the secret to winning more games in Rocket League. Patience is a foundational component to your decision making, controlling the game, and most importantly, your mindset. So I hope you found some parts of this video useful. Again, I'll be back with some more Rocket League content to fill your brains with shortly after I complete this half marathon in the Gold Coast. Let's hope I survive. Feel free to comment down below what you want the next video to be about. I'm completely open for suggestions. I'm Jack, and I'll see you next time. Catch up.